is the book of 2 Esdras 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, Shalom, Shalom. First off, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being the true name for the Heavenly Father, Yahweh shall be named for his only begotten Son, who the world eagerly calls God, and Jesus Christ. And give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and will well. And salutations to Jehovah, like puts on this truth and the honesty and sincerity. This is Brother Yahweh Coach, you know this is the spirit power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Give you another update, end times and events, and right now we are seeing great upwards of the people. I believe one of those countries, I forget which one it is specifically, but they actually mandated lockdowns and restrictions for those that refuse to take the C-19 thing in their arms. So they're protesting, and this is causing prophecy to be fulfilled. That's just one city. There are hundreds of cities all over the world that are in this state of chaos right now. Just the media just isn't covering it. So that video was uploaded by social media. You know, people just pulling out their phones and recording stuff, what's going on. And that's how we're getting basically real news nowadays, because you can't really trust much anything that's going on news right now. You know, and just going to state of mind of the amount of death that's going on is astronomical. We got a brother that's over there in Poland right now, and he's describing the state that the army's in right now, and also what's going on in the people. And over there in the UK, you know, their news isn't as restricted, or either they're in the EU or Europe, their news isn't as restricted or blocked as it is over in the US. You're seeing right now there is bodies of bodies of bodies. People are bleeding, dying, convulsing, mass numbers behind this shit. I mean, they are really killing people behind this punch. Just over here, we're not hearing about it because it's not being covered, but there are a lot of people dying. You know, and so some of these people are hip to what's going on, and they're protesting. Their rights are being stripped. You know, the economies are being collapsed, controlled. More restrictions are being put on them. This is coming full force to the U.S. because this is the place of ultimate judgment. Judgment is Babylon, modern day Babylon, according to the Bible, aka America. America is the reincarnation of Babylon the Great, of Rome, of Egypt, of Sodom and Gomorrah, of the wicked cities and days of Lot, all of that in one bunch. This is going to be a place of judgment. And this place is going to be like one of those, if you ever go to Arlington Cemetery, they got something called an eternal flame, where they let this torch that goes to represent the fallen soldier, and it never goes out. And they guard that flame and make sure it stays lit. Well, America, when the Lord returns, is going to be eternal flame for the rest of the earth to see as a reminder of what not to do. This place is going to burn for a long time. It's not going to be recognizable. You're just going to see the smoke ascending up, and the scriptures say forever, which is a long period of time. So right now, one of the signs of the end we're seeing is these upwards of these people. You're going to see more and more protests because they're coming out with more restrictions and laws behind this shit, man. They got C-19 passports invented. People ain't going to be able to travel. People right now in California, you're not allowed to go into something such as simple as a restaurant unless you got a passport to get in there. So what that is going to cause is upwards of the people, because people know that this shit is what it's really about, okay? So we got a few more scriptures that bring it out. Okay, this is the book of 2 Esdras 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh. When you look up insurrection, what does that word mean? It says a violent uprising against an authority or government. Is that not what we just seen right here? And this shit is happening worldwide, man. It's not just here. Okay? So, I mean, upon those that fear Yahweh, it means those that are living, that fear the Lord, are going to be in the midst of these things. And you have to count it all joy, because you had the prophets that wish that they would be alive to see all these events happening, because they were just told that it was going to happen one day. We're living in the time of that one day, where we're getting ready. We're seeing everything that what they were told to write down will come. We're living in it. So this is some beautiful times to be alive, man, because ultimately we're going to be these people, the generation that's going to see the return of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We're seeing the chariots all the time. They're getting closer. They're getting bigger. They're making their presence be made more known. I just got through seeing a photo of a chariot. Some dude took a photo of one outside his plane window, man. It's all over the news. I got firsthand experience. I've seen an entire fleet of chariots flying in formation on a high holy day. It was a feast of first fruits. So we are definitely at the end, man. This is the book of 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. What does perilous mean? Let's look that up. Full of danger or risk. Are we not living in times where it's full of danger and risk? Every day you wake up, you got to thank Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for allowing you just to wake up. There's so much shit out here that's set up to kill you, from the chemtrails they spray, from the grievous laws that they come out with, the diseases they're creating, the controlled chaos is getting ready to come. I just did a lesson yesterday on the actual supermarkets. Right now, they're changing the doors in the supermarkets. Instead of you open the refrigerator doors to grab your freezer items, they got these big glass, thick steel doors they're putting on there, and you got to scan your hand and your forehead. Well, that goes to the mark of the beast, man. So now they're introducing those. So you ain't going to be able to just walk up in a store and even think that you could steal something. Everything's going to be locked away. You got to scan your chip to get whatever you need. These are definitely dangerous times. And while everybody's celebrating all these wicked holidays coming up, meanwhile, the world is in chaos. They don't know, because they only know what the United States media is wants you to know. Right now, the whole world is gone to shit right now. It's any second, any day now, shit's gonna hit the fan. And America has not seen real death on U.S. soil yet. All empires gotta go through it. And usually it's about every 250 to 300 years is when an empire collapses. Well, America's way overdue, man. And ultimately, they're doing things that is angering the Most High, because the sins of this place have reached unto heaven. Anytime you got children able to make sex changes, you got demon churches being built up, all sorts of stuff, man. Look what's going on in Hollywood or Hollyweird, man. It's sick. You got a dude that just came on, giving a testimony about selling his soul. Hair looking all types of fucking crazy, man. This place is demonic. We truly are living in the bottomless pit, which one of the prophets references as the life we're living is hell. Peace is when we're with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's why you get born, you come out kicking and screaming, man. You want to be back with the Lord. But that's all right. He's on his way back to fix all of this, man. This is the book of Second Esdras. All right, we're going to start here. Let's see here. I think we'll start at verse 2 Esdras 15. Let's open another page up. We'll start at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." The word woe means destruction or war. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh," means coming close. "And one people shall stand up and fight against another." We just showed you the video of that. "And swords in their hands." Modern day swords are guns. Okay. It says, "And there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." That goes into riots and chaos, civil war, civil unrest. All right, when you look up the meaning of words, it really just breaks it down for you. Sedition. Sedition is an overt conduct such as speech and organization that tends toward rebellion against the established order. We've seen them when they stormed the damn Capitol. They got pictures of it here. It's been back to back every year. The sedition has been getting worse. People you had all up in the streets, man. When that dude got killed, that black dude got choked out to death by that white dude putting his knee on his neck, man. You had massive parades on the highways. Sedition often includes subversion of a constitution and incitement of discontent toward or insurrection against established authority. So part of the ends, not only are you going to have the weather being off, the Lord's about to jack up. Hey, we're about to see some serious earthquakes coming, man. More tsunamis, more wildfires. Each year there is another record breaking. So on top of that, you got sedition. On top of that, you're going to have famines. You're going to have starvations. All of the above. And each year, the scriptures talk about how these things will increase as is a woman travailing with child. Meaning, each one of those contraction comes, it hurts worse than the last. So all these things are going to increase. It's going to get to the point to where chaos is just going to be the norm. Okay? And it says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. I mean, they don't give a damn about what their politicians are saying, what their presidents say to do, whatever government ruler there is. They don't care. It says, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That's those riots, man. Those riots and those protests. I read on further. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Hey, what you think they got going on with these damn C-19 passports? That's happening right before your very eyes. People are not going to be able to go into LA, into New York City. Hell, you may not be able to go to the next town over. They're going to have roadblocks and checkpoints set up. They already got toll booths when you go to drive out of town. That's just going to be the upgraded to a damn military post right there. Let me see your chip. Let me see your passport. It says, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Hey, so the real men about to stand out in that day. All these mighty fucking thugs out here, man. And these people out here killing their own people, they about to be looking real weak then. Because they quick to kill their own kind. Hey, but when you got the UN troops, you got big ass tanks, UN pitting on the side saying, come with me, putting you on a damn train to go to FEMA camp, that's a whole nother story. You're about to have men crying like women in that day, man. But in the minute of the Lord, they're going to stand out. Why? Because we got angels with us. All right? This is the book of Second Esdras, okay? Second Esdras 15 is going on all of this, man. Verse 19 says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So, I mean, people are going to be kicking in each other's doors, man. So, hold on, Salakia. Brothers hitting the group chat. It must be the spirit, man. You know? But yeah, people are going to be kicking each other's doors, robbing for bread. All sorts of stuff, man. And it's going to get worse. So you're not going to be able to just, hunker down like some of these television shows is doing. They got all sorts of 5 years plus of food stored up in their basement like you finna just be there chilling. No, man, people is gonna come in your shit. You better know how to live in the woods. And most importantly, you better have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the protecting of him looking over you. Because if you don't have divine intervention, it's just impossible to make it. There's so many what-if scenarios that can happen. You really do need spiritual angels protection to put you in quote-unquote coincidental situations to survive. So your faith is first and foremost. Because if you don't have the protection of the angels, what can you do? There's too many routes of death. You can't plan for anything. So, sedition among men, chaos, uproars of the people. We're going to begin to see more and more articles on this, man. Pay attention to what's going on in the world because it's going to increase. So that means you need to increase your protection, which is your faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So with that, I'm going to close out. Lord's will is lessons edifying. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem HaKakadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone, Natasha's truth and will well. And citations you hopefully like pushing this truth, no honesty, sincerity. Shalom, Abba Ball.